Hello guys, welcome to the Time Bomb channel, and I'm your host, the Bombardier. Got a little watch review for you today. Just before I begin, just again want to add that not being paid for these reviews, purely personal opinion, personal views on watches that I own and have had some years experience with. Kind of designed to help guys out there who perhaps can't necessarily get to see these watches in store. And today's watch of the day, as you can see from our wonderful little container on the table, is the Citizen Ecodrive Promaster Professional Marine, model number BJ8050-08E, or as it is affectionately known by its legions of fans, the Ecozilla, or some call it the hockey puck. I personally call it the APC, yep, the Armoured Personnel Carrier. And that's down to the fact that I think it's constructed with the equivalent amount of steel used to make this monster. So without further ado, let's jump in and have a look at the watch. So this is the silver tone stainless steel. Let me just grab the focus on that. Come on, focus, thank you. Which, according to the Citizen website, was introduced back in 2017. I've convinced myself that I've seen older reviews than that. But anyway, perhaps that's just my brain. There is another model which came out in titanium, which had clearly taken a substantial amount of weight off this unit. But I've not been lucky enough to see one of those in person, and rarely see them for sale. They're also at a price point which is out of my budget. So the BJ8050 is a pleasant 48 millimeters in diameter and 18 millimeters in depth. And of those 18 millimeters depth, 6 millimeters of those is actually the curved mineral crystal that's inside. Now that's an awful lot of glass on a watch. Again, not something that I've seen many times. This lump also houses the amazing Ecodrive B873 movement that has a superb and again groundbreaking 180 day power reserve, and that typically comes off 11 hours of full charge. So that thing will just run and run and run. So unless you're living in a cave even, or a cage, this thing is going to keep ticking forever and ever. Tick tock. One of the reasons why I'm a fan of the Ecodrive movement is that this little baby, also another Citizen Ecodrive, I think is probably around 15-16 years old, had been at the bottom of a kit bag in international storage for a couple of years. It then came back to the UK and was shoved in someone's garage for a couple of years. I took it out of that bag a couple of months ago. And then with under 10 seconds of sitting on the windowsill, it was kicking back into life again. I mean, what more could you want from a watch? The rediscovery of an old friend, and it comes back to life again within a matter of seconds, just with a couple of rays of sunshine. I mean, no more batteries required anymore. Superb, amazing design. Kudos to Citizen for that. So anyway, back to the Zilla. So again, it's a 300 meter resistant tool diver, and it's clearly a tool diver. Rather comically, Citizen website actually suggests that these 300 meters water resistance is suitable for swimming, showering and snorkeling. Not sure how many showers I'm going to be taking with 300 meters equivalent depth, but anyway, that's just some lovely blurb on the Citizen website about this. The loom, as you would expect, is Citizen standard awesomeness. It's a blue loom that pops off the dial like a policeman's blues. I'm going to get a shot coming up here just on screen now. But as I was saying, this is not exactly a desk diver. I used to work as a dive master in the Caymans, and I would have worn this watch without hesitation. It would have fit for purpose in every way, shape or form. However, at that time we were only earning around 100 US a week, so most of us actually wore G-Shocks simply because of that cost factor. Anyway, I was saying I don't think this is the desk diver, simply because it's 195 Gs in weight. It's a serious lump on wrist. I'm just going to pop it on wrist now so that you can see what I'm talking about. I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist. And as you can see, this thing, yeah, sits very, very proud on that wrist. No, yeah. But anyway, for me, that doesn't bother me. But it would bother me if I was going to work. It's not going to sit under my shirt sleeves. So yeah, again, this watch has its uses, its times, its places when you can use it. The wrist presence is eye-catching, but clearly that size is not going to make it a watch for everyone. I think many people will find this watch cumbersome and unusable. The date window at 3 o'clock is so small. It is again, redundant. I don't know why they just didn't leave it off. Leave that face, that dial, super clean. Would have been way better. Personally, I don't use the date windows anyway. Most of my watches, the dates are out of date because I never bother looking at them. The 9 o'clock crown as well may be an issue for some people. I'm a lefty, so and I'm also lacking Houdini's dexterity. So if I want to make any changes to this, the watch is coming off because, as you can see, it's quite low down. It's impressed within those crown guards. So yeah, trying to do that whilst it's on wrist isn't going to happen. But again, I don't have an issue with taking the watch off to make adjustments. Yeah, again, so as I was saying, so the size, if we were to make some quick comparisons, so here is one of my aforementioned G-Shocks. This is the, so just see the focus, yeah, there we go. This is a G-Shock Frogman. This is a limited special edition, which was the men in rusty black. And as you can see, the Zilla somewhat dwarfs it. Just pop him on top. I think depth-wise, there probably isn't that much in it, but certainly, yeah. I mean, the wrist presence of this thing is, yeah. I mean, I think that's probably one of the reasons why it gets so much love from its fans, because of its uniqueness. The strap, however, I think is an amazing quality rubber, and I don't have too much issue with the comfort of the strap. But there are a significant number of reviews around where people, don't find it overtly comfortable. As a consequence, I've bought these adapters to shift onto the bottom there so that I can swap this strap out. I'm still procrastinating as to the strap that I'm going to put on here. I was kind of thinking of blue camo in preparation for the impending virus doomsday that is nearly upon us. Yeah, blue camo obviously being the best way to hide from virus. You guys got any suggestions about which strap would look better on these? A lot of people put them on Milanese straps. I'm not quite sure if that would work. Anyway, moving on. So for me, as I keep saying, the watch is simply superb. There are really not many watches out there like this, and I've alluded to this in my review of the Seiko 5 Sports. This watch has an identity reflected in its design that I can't see in the Seiko 5 Sports, and I think it's due to its character and personality that consequently it receives a lot of love and attention on many watch enthusiast sites, and obviously a lot of watch wrists around the world as well. All watches have trade-offs, and this one trades, I think, finesse for function, and maybe, I don't know if we can see this here, the second hand doesn't necessarily strike those markers, those second markers, or minute markers with precision. But I don't think that's what this watch is designed to do. It might not mark those individual seconds, but it'll handle everything that you throw at it. The build quality is rock solid. That 60 click bezel action is industrial, and it makes no pretenses about being refined. That's not what this watch is about, and the price point, I think, accordingly reflects that. I paid £225 for this on Chrono24. Obviously, understanding that this is not a fresh off the shelf model, it still makes that price comparison with the Seiko 5 Sports at £260 simply plain silly. Yeah, so as I was saying, I think this is the tool. If you like, this is the old school Land Rover diver's watch, rather than the Soccer Mum Vogue divers that many other watch manufacturers are producing. It's robust, and I honestly think that it's going to provide years and years of solid service for years to come, and that's what attracts it to me. If I was to compare it, say, with my Seiko MM200, so yeah, the Baby Marine Master, yeah, I mean, this is finesse. This is design. The design is exquisite. It's beautiful. It's as pretty as a pretty thing, and I shall be doing other reviews on this in due course. But yeah, but just stick the two things together. So yeah, here's our old trusty Landy. Yeah, that's going to keep us going for years and years. And here is something which is, yeah, a whole lot more special. Yeah, so in conclusion, if you are looking for a supremely over-engineered dive tool watch that comes with what I think is an exceptionally modest price tag, then this could certainly be one for you to consider for your watch collections or watch usage. Guys, let me know what you think. Are we going to be cutting the red wire or cutting the black wire on this watch? Thank you, YouTubers. If you feel it's appropriate, thumbs up and subscribe down below. That would be much appreciated. Until the next time, this is your host, the Bombardier, signing off.